Yo, we know what you're talking about. Schoolboy Q, aka the man of the year. We talked about his homeboy Absol 2 days ago. Now we talk about Schoolboy to the mother stinking Q. So here we go now. Here we go. Yo, yo, let's go. Schoolboy Q, back from No Born in the West Coast. All right, here we go. Yeah, you know what it is. He's 39 years old. Quincy Matthew Hanley, born October 26, 1986, better known by his stage name Cuba Q, Schoolboy Q, stars as Schoolboy Q, is an American rapper who began recording in 2007 and released his first two mixtapes, Schoolboy Turned Hustler 2008 and Gangster and Soul 2009, and a local success after signing with the Carson-based record label Top Dog Entertainment, not to be mistaken for Top Dog Law Insurance. Hanley's debut studio album Setbacks 2011 and his follow-up Habits and Contradictions in 2012 were both released two positive critical response. Both also performed mildly on the U.S. Billboard's 200 chart as digital exclusives. Born Quincy Matthew Hanley, October 26, 1986, this makes him 39 years old. Wisburg in West Germany, origins South Central Los Angeles, California, U.S. Genres, West Coast hip hop, occupation, rapper, songwriter. Works, Schoolboy Q discography, years after 2007 to present. Labels, Top Dog, Interscope, Current, GED Inc., formerly of Black Kippy. Children, 3. Hanley signed to Interscope Records to release his third studio album. Major label debut Oxymoron in 2014 met with the critical acclaim album peaked at top of the U.S. Billboard's 200 and was supported by the singles Collard Greens featured Kendall Lamar and Studio featuring DJ, the Chicago Kid, the former Resistance Association of America, RIAA, and marked his first entry on the Billboard's Hot 100, while the latter received a triple platinum certification within the top 40. He saw a further success of the chart as a guest performer appearing in 2013 single White Walls by the hip-hop duo Macklemore and Ryan Lewis. In the 24th studio album, in the Crash Talk 2019, where both met with the continued the praise and the peaked within the top 3 of Blue Lips 2024, peaked at number 13 and saw universal acclaim. He was a member of the California-based hip-hop group Black Kippy alongside frequent collaborators Ab-Soul, J-Rock, and Kendrick Lamar. Hanley has received 5 Grammy Award nominations. His early life, let's go. Big dog status. Quincy Matthews Hanley was born October 26, 1986, on a United States Army Air Base in Wisden, West Germany. His parents, who were both in the military, divorced before he was born, and his mother gave him a surname different from those of either of his parents, choosing one at random. His father remained in the Army while Hanley and his mother moved to Texas for a couple of years before settling in South Central Los Angeles on 51st Street, neighboring Figueroa and Hoover Street. Hanley played American football from the age of 6 until he was 21 and played receiver, cornerback, tailback, and returner. He attended the John Muir Middle School after graduating Crenshaw High School. Hanley went to attend the Glendale Community College and Los Angeles City College, Los Angeles Southwest College, and West Los Angeles College. Growing up on Hoover Street, Hanley joined the 52 Hoover Gangster Crips. It was a gang banging at 12. He was a Hoover Crip. My homies were doing it, and I wanted to do it. And I can't really explain that I didn't get into it with another hood for anything like. Hey, yeah, sorry about that. We back again. But yes, let's see where we at. I was gang bang, was a Hoover Crip. My homies was doing it and I wanted to do it. I can't really explain that. I didn't get into it with another hood or anything like that. I was just following the leader. Before turning to music, Hanley became a drug dealer selling oxycodone and for a short time crack cocaine and marijuana. In 2007, he was arrested for home invasion and sent to jail for 6 months, half of which he finished on house arrest. Musical career, 2006 to 2009. Haley had said he wrote his first verse when he was 16, but he was not serious about music until he was 21 and 26. 2006, he began to work with Top Dog Entertainment, aka TDE, a Carson based independent record label, recording to their studio house. I'm at TDE studio and worked with his soon to be Black Keepy co-host J Rocket app. So check with TDE on July 29th, 2009. Hanley released his first mixtape titled Schoolboy Turned Hustler and the GED Inc. in period G period D, if you want to call it like that. Thank for you and me. The same imprint that helped launch the career of his fellow West Coast rap tiger, with whom Schoolboy Q worked with early in their respective careers. After the release of Schoolboy Turned Hustler, he signed a deal with Top Dog Entertainment in 2009, where he later formed Black Keepy with fellow label mates, frequent collaborators Kendrick Lamar, J Rock, and Ab-Soul. In 2009, Haley also was involved in a short-lived rivalry with fellow West Coast rapper 40 Glock. Haley released a diss track titled Ezell 40 Glock Killer, and when he questioned 40 Glock's gangbanging, Haley later stated in a video interview, as why we're beefing, he made some of the false statements about my boy Tiger. And that my little brother, he did a lot of fake stuff with money, a lot of lies, rumors, and childish stuff that I really didn't like. And I really felt disrespected by the clown saying all that is. So I had to like it, air it out. He went on and on to say, it's over with that. I did what I did, said what I said. I won't diss him no more because obviously he ain't on my level. So why categorize myself with a loser? Haley released A Gangster and sold his second mixtape on May 14th, 2009, in which included the Affirmation diss track. The mixtape was his first official project with Top Dog Entertainment, which represented the mixtape also alongside GED Inc. 2010 to 2012 independent albums. Although Haley did not release a project in 2010, had him touring in the studio working with the rest of the Black, keeping on his then up and coming project Setbacks on January 11th, 2011. TDE. What's up, Fizam? What's up, Colin? Yeah, here we go. Just had a little tip. There we go. We back. Had a little technical difficulty. Shoot. Yeah, we gonna do this. Get to the source. There we go. But yeah, 2010 and 2011. Back on January 11th, 2011, TDE released Setbacks, his first independent album exclusively through iTunes. To critical acclaim, the album reached number 100 on the Billboard 200 chart, selling close to 1-2 after the album. And 2 weeks after the album's release, Haley took over Twitter and gave off the album away for free. By the time Schoolboy Q's first album, Setbacks, was released in 2011, he quit gangbanging altogether. Setbacks propelled Haley internet following Haley again in the headline the first show on March 11, 2011 at the Key Club in West Hollywood, California. On March 2011, Haley was arrested in 2011 South by West Musical Festival and explained that he ultimately jailed because of marijuana possession, habits, and contradictions through iTunes, and with the only few hard copies being sold by the sign by Schoolboy Q in LA. In the early hours, released the album moved up to iTunes and top 10 albums. The chart stayed over within days after release. Album debuted. And debuted at number 101, 111 on the U.S. Billboard 200 chart. The first week sales of 3,900 digital copies in the United States. There you go. Yeah, boy. Shout out to everybody. What's up, chat? And also marketing and advising. And the album also debuted at top R&B rap albums, number 25 on the top albums and number 16 on the top independent albums Number 17 on the number 3. The number 17 and top 8 Heat Seekers album first chart respectively. Music videos for Hands on the Wheels with ASAP Rocky, Nightmare and Fig Street, and Druggies with Hoes Again and Absol, followed by the album's release in 2012. Top Dog Entertainment closed a joint venue deal with Interscope Records and Aftermath Entertainment, marketing the end of Haley's career as an independent artist on April 3rd, 2012. Interscope released Hands on the Wheel. This is a pretty good album. Check that out. As a promotional single via iTunes and began promoting the song by Urban Romantics radio formats in North America. 2012 to 2015, Oxymoron. In June 2012, Haley revealed he had begun working on his major label debut and announced he will be the second member of Black Keeper to release his commercial debut with Interscope following Kendrick Lamar from September to November. Haley appeared alongside Danny Brown and ASAP Mob as support for ASAP Rocky's 40-day national long live ASAP tour. Also, Haley toured with rappers Wiz Khalifa, Mac Miller, and Kendrick Lamar on the Under the Influence tour. In November 2012 interview, Haley expressed Kendrick Lamar left me no choice but to drop a classic, referring to Lamar's debut album, Good Kid, Mad City. Impact respect to major debut. 2016-2019 Crash Talk. On December 18, 2016, Schoolboy Q announced via social media that he would release his album on 2017. February 2017, Schoolboy Q stopped by Zane Zoe's Beat One radio show and revealed that his new album was close to completion. And he says he's grown a lot since he started his rap career and say his new project is going to show his evolution is more of my life after I made it. And the point of Schoolboy Q I gave me, but I never gave you the other side of me, the father, the dude, the actual happy, the dude that doesn't be happy in the hood, just hanging out. Dudes that were trying to put in his homies in position. Now, I'm not a deadbeat father anymore. In June 17, 2017, Schoolboy Q revealed on social media that he had made like 50 songs during the recording process in his fifth studio album. On July 31st, 2018, label president's Top Dog confirmed via Twitter the album is 90% to 95% done. 2020 presents Blue Lips. In an announcement, Schoolboy Q's sixth studio album took place in early 2000, January 2020, stated the concept that he would release another album later that year on January 20th, 2020. British virtual band Gorillaz released a song featuring Schoolboy Q called Pac-Man as the fifth episode of the band's web series Song Machine in honor of Pac-Man's 40th anniversary in 2021. Schoolboy Q played a fictionalized version of himself on Tube's animated show The Freak Brothers. Hot dog. Musical style influences Schoolboy Q. Schoolboy Q cites rappers Nas, 50 Cent, Jay-Z, and Notorious B.I.G., Corrupt, and Tupac as his artists influencing Big Nas, 50 Cent are my biggest influences. He claims that Nas is his favorite rapper of all time. In several interviews, Schoolboy Q has stated 50 Cent is his biggest reason why he started taking rapping his music career seriously, even going as far as saying 50 Cent probably saved his life. He's also stated a person he looks up to the most hip hop mogul Sean Combs, from where he adopted the nickname Puff. His rapping technique. The interview Complex Magazines, he stated he got my rhyme style from Jay-Z. If you really listen to Jay-Z's, he has a new sound every time he raps. It's never the same. He used a little swag, but I always like the different flow. So that all I try to do, he says he chooses not to always do the traditional style of rapping, having no restrictions when he raps. But at the same time, he just feeling he can't really explain. He got to be wiser and stay on track. But there's no rules when you start rapping with rules. That's when you stop sounding boring. You may hear an F with my voice. You may hear I do a 2 bars pause. May hear me Do I add 33 bars instead of 30? Give you 14 bars instead of 16. Schoolboy Q said he gets from 50 Cent a lot of progression in the 2012 and the big added and the basically birth a whole style. Schoolboy Q also been called by very versatile with his rapping as proven in his album Setbacks and Habits and Contradiction. Writers Rebecca Hancock articulated rappers articulate circa 2012 around the time of the release of the album Setback. His style had begun to take shape in with his penchant for stretching vowels like silly putty or slurring a word and then snapping back into double time. Personal life. Haley has 3 children. His first daughter, Joyce Joy Haley, was born on April 24th, 2009. His second daughter was born on January 4th, 2019. Haley has mentored Joy in several of his songs. Haley has mentioned Joy in several of his songs, since he had also appeared in several of his music videos, notably Phenomenon, Nightmare on Big Street, There He Go, and Break the Bank. Joy has also involved in major labels during his album Oxymoron, which he appeared as herself in front of the cover standard edition alongside her father on the back cover of both for the standard and deluxe editions, and also had various speaking parts throughout the album. In July 2024, Schoolboy Q confirmed the birth of his third child when he asked an interview with Kevin Hart how many kids he has. Q said, "I got a 15-year-old and a 5-year-old and a new one." Henry was a drug user a large portion of his life, once addicted to Xanax, Percocet, and other illegal substances. He also references his drug use in his songs to 2019. He reported that he is now sober. In interviews, he stated that the pastor Mac Miller was a large influence in his decision to become sober. And he also states that he made the decision to start using drugs after realizing he had gained weight for the first point of reaching 250 pounds. What's up, Carly Carlick? 5260. Discography Setbacks 2011, Habits and Contradictions 2012, Oxymoron 2014, Blank Face LP 2016, Crash Talk 2019, Blue Lips 2024. BET Awards himself, Best Artist, nominated. BET Awards, BET Hip Hop Awards 2014, Studio Oxymoron himself, Best Collaborative Group, Album of the Year and Record of the Year, both nominated. BMI R&B/Hip Hop Awards, the nominee award results: White Walls with Michael Moore, Studio BJ, Chicago Kid, Too Long with Trash. Most performed R&B hip hop songs won. Most performed R&B hip hop songs again won. BMI London Awards nominee award results and reference 2017 That Part London Pop Awards won. Grammy Awards nominee work award and results 2014 the highest as a featured artist album of the year nominated. 2015 studio featuring BJ the Chicago Kid, Best Rap Song collaboration nominated. Oxymoron, Blank Face, Best Rap Album nominated, and he was nominated for 2017 The Part featuring Kanye West, Best Performance nominated. MTV Video Music Awards year nominee work award results 2014 Man of the Year Artist to Watch nominated. And that's the story of my boy Schoolboy Q. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but we'll fix that. I edit this, and you will love it. And words of my New York Bloods Vegetables, this is a wrap. Like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend.